you now the executive pastor writing books and all of that? What's the transition? And that's what I want to talk about fairly briefly, because I've realized that life is a process that we go through. Life takes us from journey to journey to journey. It's not that you arrive anywhere, you evolve, you grow, you discover yourself. You discover the person that's hidden on the inside of you that you didn't even know exists. And you know what I realized? That it's through difficult circumstances that something gets birthed on the inside of you. A tenacity, a strength to survive, to hope, to believe, right? Because God has a plan and a purpose for everyone in this room. No one in this room is without a plan and a purpose for their lives. And so I want to just mention 4 quick phases on this journey. I call it the process to the promise. The first journey, someone said first phase, someone say go. Okay, go is your first phase, okay? This phase is where you are being called. Something is calling you to step out from where you are to where you have not yet discovered. You don't know what that place looks like. You don't know what to expect when you get there, but you just feel that something is tugging on the inside of you. That thing that's tugging on the inside of you is purpose. You don't know it, you don't have a name for it, but you feel it. Has everyone ever felt something like that in their life? You just feel this thing. But the thing about go is, I'm comfortable where I am. I'm used to it, I know it. It may be toxic, but I've become comfortable with toxicity. Whether it's a relationship, because go doesn't have to be a geographical location. Go may be a change of mind. You know, they say one of the most painful things that we can go through is to make up our mind. It's to make up my mind that where I am is not where I will be. That I'm not where I came from. That there's more for me. That I start to make a resolve in my mind about myself and about my life. So you just get to that place where, you know what, I'm going to step out and go even when I can't see the staircase. I don't know how this is going to end up for me, but I'm going to trust that there's more for me out there than where I am here. And so you step out, and so that's your first phase, go. And as you step out, there's an exhilarating feeling. There's this thing that you feel like, I did it. Everyone thought I couldn't do it, but I did it. I'm actually going, and I don't know. So people will even ask you, where are you going? I don't know. I'm just going. Well, what are you going to do when you get there? I don't even know. But I'm just going. I just know that where I am is not where any longer that I'm supposed to be. So I just got to step out and go. So it's exhilarating. It's fun. It's exciting. It's new. It's different. But as you're going, you come across a second phase. And that phase is called lack. Someone say lack. Lack after you go, and it feels exhilarating, and it feels fun and exciting. Almost maybe months in, years in, you start feeling this lack, the resources that you once had is starting to deplete. The things that you were once able to count on is starting to be pulled from underneath you. The friends, the people who said they were going to be there for you, that they were going to support you, all of a sudden these people start to be removed from your life. You're in a desert season. And I'm going to tell you about this season. It is not the most difficult season. But in this season, you start wondering, did I make the right decision? Maybe I wasn't thinking straight. Maybe I need to go back where I came from. I know it's not good, but I don't like the discomfort that I'm feeling. It feels uncomfortable. But it's in this stage of lack that you're learning to trust not what you see with your own eyes, but what you see with your inner eyes. What you hope and believe for. This promise that is for me is going to come to pass, but I gotta keep going. And sometimes in this stage, you're going to hear some people tell you, give up, turn around. It's going to be naysays, and it could even be those that are closest to us that's giving us the advice to throw in the towel. But you've got to remind yourself that where you were is no longer for you anymore. You know what the thing that makes a lion stands out? Because this is this stage. What makes a lion stands out? It is not the tallest in the jungle. It is not the strongest in the jungle. It is not even the most smartest animal in the jungle. But you watch a lion as it prowls about in the jungle. All the other animals fear him. When the elephant is stronger, it's bigger, it's taller. But when the elephant sees the elephant runs. When the lion sees the elephant, he thinks lunch. The elephant is bigger. But yet when the lion sees this elephant, he thinks, eat. You know what the lion has? Perspective about himself. It's not about the elephant for the lion. It's about how he sees himself. He believes in himself. He believes he's the jungle. You're going to need belief in this stage. You're going to need to believe in yourself. You're going to have to squelch self-doubt. The thoughts that comes in your mind to tell you to give up. You're going to have to tell your mind, no, you sit down. I know who I am and I know where I'm going. And even in this lack stage, as you push through, it is not the most difficult. The most difficult stage is the third stage. And that stage is called abandon. Someone say abandon. Abandon stage is when all your resources are depleted. It's when everything that you thought would have gone right. It's what Dee was saying up here, is that this isn't supposed to happen to me. I trusted what God told me to do. I believed that there was a promise for me. And all of a sudden the pain is excruciating and you just feel, I cannot go any longer. And it's in this stage that you want to run and abandon the process. But what you have to do is to tell yourself that I've come too far. I've come too far. And there's too much in me to abandon now. And if I can push through this stage, I can reach my fourth stage. And that is the stage of discovery. In the stage of discovery, you realize it wasn't about the promised land, even though you get that. It was about the person you were discovering inside. The strength that was coming up, the mental fortitude that was being developed, the stuff that needed to come out of you so that God could put more good stuff on the inside of you. So I want to encourage you, don't give up, don't get bitter in the process. You may be in one of those stages. You may be in an in-between stage. Goal, lack, abandon, or discovery. The cool thing about these stages, life is evolving. You're always going to be processing and going through these stages. Why? Because there's always more to obtain. There's always more to get to. There's always more promised land to conquer. What I did for you, I left a card. It's a tan-looking card on everyone's table, at your table. Can you just look at that card for me? It's tan, it's blank. What I want you to do for me with that card, would you write down what phase you think you're in? Is it a go phase? Is it the lack phase? Is the abandon phase? Or is it discovery phase? You don't have to put your name on it, just put that on it, and then we're going to collect it, because what I want to do over the next several days is to be praying for you in the phase